Hi sewing friends, today I am making a patchwork zipper pouch, and I have a free tutorial for this on my blog, so there's a downloadable PDF there. I'll put a link to that in the description below. But so far I've got two sections of patchwork done. I'm using Heather Ross fabrics, my favorites, and I am now ready to sew this second set together. So I have my seams pressed in opposite directions and I'm just nesting them together now. I'll hold that up closer. So I am now just going to sew the final seam on this. So now I'm just going to press this seam that I just finished, and then I'll be ready to put the whole pouch together. Okay, so now I have my two zipper tabs, my zipper, and this one is a separating zipper that I just separated and switched out the colors so I could have two colors. I got this from Zip It on Etsy. Then my two pieces of patchwork, my bottom part of my pouch with my corners cut out, and my top part of the pouch. So I'm ready to start putting the outer panels together, and I'll get my zipper ready to go, and the next step will be quilting the outer panels after this. I'm going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam my pieces. I'll put my top strip on the top of my patchwork. And my bottom strip on the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to press my seam. I just have my little iron here beside my sewing machine. So I'm going to press towards the solid fabrics. I will repeat this for the other panel on the other side of the pouch. Okay, so there's one side done. And while I'm here with the iron, I will press my zipper tabs. So I'm going to fold in half so that the short sides meet, and press a center crease, and open it up, fold those short sides to the crease, and press, and the other side, then in all together. So that's my zipper tab ready to go on my zipper, and I'll do the other one as well, and I'll be set to get my zipper prepped. So my zipper is trimmed down to the length in the PDF, and I am now going to put these zipper tabs on the end. So you just put the zipper end into where the crease is, that center crease, and fold it back over, and then sew. So there we go. And then this end that's open, I'm going to quickly sew a little forward and back stitch on the end. Just to hold that in place. And then I'll put the zipper tab over that. There we go. So our zipper's ready, and I've got the outer panels ready. So now I'm going to quilt it. So you can use either fusible fleece or scrap quilt batting. Okay, so here's my fusible fleece. I've cut it 1/4 inch shorter than my panels, and I've cut out my little bottom corners. So I'm going to go to my larger iron and fuse it to the back of my panels, and I'll be ready to quilt. Okay, so I am ready now to quilt. I've got my fusible fleece fused to the back of my panels. Now you could quilt this any way you like, but I'm going to quilt mine in the seams, or stitching in the ditch as it's called. Sometimes I would maybe go 1/4 inch from the seams, but I don't want anything obscuring these beautiful prints, so I'm just going to stitch right in the ditch for my quilting. I think maybe I'll do a top stitch 1/4 inch just to add something on the accent fabric. And then I'm just going to do all these vertical seams, and then I'll be ready to put my bag together. Okay, so I have my lining fabrics cut to the same size as my exterior with the corners cut out of the bottom. So I've got the panel. Let's see. Yes, this one is the one I want for the front of my bag. So I've got the front of the bag face up, and I'm putting the zipper face down with the zipper pull on the right. And I'm just going to get it centered because I've made the zipper shorter than the panel, so that we don't have to worry about the zipper in our side seam. And now I am taking a lining and placing it on top with the sides lined up. And now I'm going to clip all of these together with Wonder Clips. So the zipper is face down and the lining is face down, right side of the lining to the wrong side of the zipper. Okay, so now I'm going to sew. I'm going to just move my zipper pull down the zipper a bit so I can get started. Now I'm going to sew as close as I can with my foot. I'm just using my regular foot, but you could switch out to a zipper foot, which would be good if you can't get close to your zipper with your, if you can't get close to your zipper teeth with your regular foot. Now I can feel the zipper head there, so I'm gonna slide it back past my presser foot so it's out of the way. Back stitch at the start and stop of your zipper seam. I'm going to press my zipper seams so that I have the outer and inner with the wrong sides facing. And I'm just going to press this seam with Okay, now I'm going to top stitch along this seam with a slightly longer stitch length of 3.5. Okay, so there we are. So now I'm going to repeat that process for the other side of the bag. So I've got the outer bag face up, the inner bag is going, or the other side is going face down, so right sides together, and the zipper pull is on the right. I'll just line up my edges, my outside edges, and then I will get the lining and put that right sides together with the other lining and to the wrong side of the zipper. And then I will start clipping so I can sew this side of the zipper. Okay, so I'll set my stitch length back to 2.5 and sew my zipper seam. Just need to move that zipper head again. And I'll repeat to press my seams, my zipper seam again, and top stitch along the other side. Okay, so now my zipper's in and top stitched, and I am now going to finish the bag. So what we want to do here is make sure to open our zipper so that we'll be able to turn our bag. And then we're going to put the outer bags right side together and the linings right side together and clip all the way around. We're going to leave a 4-inch opening on this bottom edge of the lining. Okay, so I've got all the edges clipped. We're not worrying about these corners right now. And I've left an opening here in the bottom. So now I'm going to stitch all the way around with a 1/4-inch seam. Oh, set your stitch length back to 2.5. And you need to back stitch at all of the starts and stops. And because we made our zipper shorter than the width of our bag by about 1 inch, we will not need to worry about the zipper in the side seam. Okay, so we've got that all done. Now we just need to box all our corners. So we're just going to make sure our seams are going in opposite directions here. And we can stick a clip there if we want. And then we're just going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam down the side of the bottom corner here. And we're going to do that for all 4 corners. Okay, and now we just need to reach into the hole in our lining and through the open zipper and pull the bag out. And then we're just going to go push out all of our corners with our fingers. And the same with our lining. And then we're just going to pop our fingers in here into this opening and get the raw edges to fold inside by about a 1/4 inch. And then we will just top stitch that. If you want to put some clips on, you can. And then we just push our lining down into the corners and pop out our upper corners here. And there is our finished patchwork zipper pouch. And it's so cute. I hope you had fun sewing your drawstring bag with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos from Daydreams of Quilts. And our next video will be using the same pattern, but we'll be turning it into a drawstring bag instead of a zipper pouch. Happy sewing!